Hello, welcome to this video tutorial titled Rudiments of Music Volume 1, a Choristers Training Kit. My name is Ezurike Chinedu. In this tutorial, we are going to learn the basic elements of music like time signature, key signature, tempo, rhythm, and so on and so forth. Also, we are going to learn how to effectively interpret the SolFa notation at the individual level. So that means that by the end of this tutorial, you should be able to actually interpret SolFa notation without help from a third party. Then also we are going to talk about the basic liturgy. Okay, now, who needs this tutorial? This tutorial is meant for anyone who's interested in learning how to interpret sheet music, specifically SolFa notation. Maybe in subsequent volumes, we might start talking about staff notation. Also, this tutorial is meant for both beginners and advanced choristers. If you do not have any prior knowledge or any basic knowledge of music, this tutorial is meant for you. If you are an advanced chorister, even a choir master, you could use this video tutorial to train members of your choir. Okay, now, how is this video tutorial better than the traditional training classes? What happened? Why are we using video tutorials now? If you can agree with me, see, there is always this time lag between traditional training classes where the choir master gets the choir to sit down maybe in a class and starts teaching them how to interpret SolFa notation. There is always this time lag due to other choir activities, unavoidable choir activities. You see, events will always pop up in the church, and the choir cannot ignore these events because they are having training classes. No, they will have to stop the training classes and take care of the events, and by the time the choir comes back to continue the classes, you see that the time lag might be so much that the students might not be able to remember all they did in the previous class, and that might now make the students to start going back and start repeating the classes again. And at the end of the day, you see that it's very difficult, and the choir master might not be able to actually teach the students how to interpret SolFa notation at the end of the day. Okay, now there's also this difference in individual learning pace. Yes, see, the inability to carry everyone along using the traditional training classes. In a typical classroom where you have, let's say you have 20 students, and at the end of a subtopic, the choir master might say, did you understand what I just said? And you see maybe 95% of the class will chorus, yes, we do. And maybe there is this individual that did not actually understand, and because the person doesn't want to drag everybody backwards, that person might be tempted to say, okay, yes, I do, let's carry on. You see, and when that happens, the person might never be able to key in again into anything that is going to be said in the future, and that might mean the end of the training for the person, you see. And at the end of the day, you have so many people dropping like that along the way, and also there is this limited availability of materials and self-check questions, most times because of time constraints, because the choir master is trying to rush and finish the uh, training class in a specified or given time, you see, and that means the students might not really be evaluated at the end of each subtopic to know whether to repeat that same topic again or to carry on. Okay, then there's also this problem of individual time constraints. People are busy. We have our jobs to do. We have to go to work. You have to do other things, take care of business and other things in your personal life. And you see that sometimes people might miss these choir training classes. And once you skip one important class, that could be the end of it. So now, how is this video tutorial better than the traditional training class? That's the question. How is it better now? You see that this video is designed to suit your individual learning pace. You could say, okay, from morning till maybe 9 p.m. in the night, I'm always busy. I cannot relax to start learning anything like SolFa notation or rudiments of music or whatever. That maybe from 9:30 to 10 before you go to bed, you you say, okay, I'll just devote 15 minutes to the video tutorial. You do it at your own pace when you are most comfortable. Now, another advantage is that you get to control the tutor with your remote, with your TV remote, of course. If there is any phrase, any sentence, any subtopic that you do not understand, all you need to do is pause the video, go back, and replay it again. You could maybe even pause the video, go out there, take a walk to refreshing yourself, come out, come back again, and continue the video. There's no need to rush anything. You walk at your own pace, and it's just fun all the way. You could go and grab a cup of coffee out there, come back, and continue your video tutorial. Okay, now we have so many self-check questions available at the end of each subtopic. You have self-check questions, and please, I want to recommend that you should do these self-check questions before you jump into the next topic. Please, it's very, very important, since it will prepare you for what is to come next, and it will help you to evaluate yourself to know whether to go on with the next topic or repeat what you just did. And at the end of the day, please write the exam for each module and submit to your choir master or someone else there that is very good in SolFa notation that could help. Okay, there are so many benefits. Okay, now in this tutorial we are going to cover these following topics. In module 2, we are going to talk about elements of music like melody and harmony. Self-check questions after that. Please answer that before you jump to the next topic, genre. Then we talk about dynamics and tempo. Then we solve the self-check questions. Then again, time signature and rhythm, measures and bars. We solve the self-check questions. Then we now do the model 1 assignment. Now the self-check answers to the self-check questions are going to be included in your training kit manual. Please, after answering these questions, you can cross-check the answers in the training kit manual and score yourself to see if you did well or badly. That will now determine whether you should go back and repeat the topic again, or you can continue with the new topic ahead. But for the assignments of each module, please, when you finish the assignment, submit to your choir master for proper evaluation. Okay, now in module 3, we are going to talk about SolFa notes. We are going to talk about types of notation, how to pronounce the SolFa notes, how to sing the SolFa scale, what is chromatic scale. We are going to talk about chromatic scale. Then we'll solve the self-check questions. Then we now go into the business of how to actually read the notes. Then we now solve some self-check questions. Then we now do the module 3 assignment. So remember to submit the assignment to your choir master. Okay, after that, module 4, we're going to talk about understanding bars and measures. We're going to talk about the bar, how to identify time signature from a measure. Then we'll solve the self-check question. We're going to talk about anacrusis, the beats. Then we'll solve the assignment for module 4. Okay. After that, module 5, how to interpret 2/4 time signature. Then we're going to talk about how to identify 2/4 time signature from a measure. Okay. Then we show some examples. We do some practical assignment. The same thing here. Talk about 3/4 time signature, how to identify 3/4 time signature. Do self-check questions there. We'll do some examples. Then we'll solve the practical assignment. Module 7 is for 4/4 time signature, and module 8 is for 6/8 time signature. After that, in module 9, we talk about the choir and the Holy Mass. We talk about what the choir is expected to do in the Holy Mass. We talk about the responsibilities and functions of the choir. We talk about the order of the Mass. Then we now do the module 9 assignment. After that, in module 10, where we conclude, we talk about the choir as a liturgical ministry. and how to develop yourself as a chorister. Then we take the final exam. Okay, now how much effort is required to go through this video tutorial and actually learn how to interpret SolFa notation? Okay, this tutorial is designed to be completed in approximately 10 weeks. Individuals are expected to complete at least one module weekly. If you look at the topics, the course content, you see that there are 10 modules in this video tutorial. If you could take it one module per week, you should be able to complete the 10 modules in 10 weeks. And it shouldn't take more than 2 hours to complete a module. Yes, of course. So the average effort required from you in a week is just 2 hours. Out of the 100 and something hours in a week, 2 hours only. Just take 2 hours in a week. You could say, okay, let me split it to 15 minutes in a day. You could say, okay, let me work on Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. You could say, okay, let me work only during the weekends. That is when I have time. Say 30 minutes or 45 minutes. 2 hours in a week. Make sure you finish a module in 1 week. Do the assignment and submit to your choir master. You see that in 10 weeks, you should be able, I guarantee you should be able to interpret the SolFa notation effectively. Okay, what do you need? You need a choir file. If you have one, just keep it standby. You will need it. But if you don't have, please get as many as 2-4, 3-4, 4-4, and 6-8 copies. Get as many as you can. You can talk to your choir master and get these copies. You can photocopy them and keep them by the side because you will need them for your practices. Okay, now devote 2 hours out of the 168 hours in a week to study. Just 2 hours. Just 2 hours out of 168. Use the entire 166 for other things. Just devote 2 hours in a whole week, in 7 days, to study this. That is all you need. And in 10 weeks, you start interpreting SolFa notation without help from anyone. Okay. Also, you also need a notebook and jotter to take down some important points. Okay. Then, most importantly, you will need a TV, you will need a DVD player, and you need a remote control. Also, you could use your laptop. You could use a laptop to, watch the video. Okay, that's it for module 1. Once again, thank you for joining us in this video tutorial, Rudiments of Music. We will now progress to module 2. My name is Ezurike Chinedu. Thank you.